as you're growing your company, particularly as you progress through 2, 5, 10 mil plus, it's very easy to get sidetracked and caught up in the whirlwind of the day-to-day. And so what I want to take you through is some core principles that can help you structure your perfect week and what our members do who are at that 10 to 25 mil space. Welcome to the Builder's Ladder, brought to you by your host, Marti Amos. And today, what I want to bring to you is the structure that you can use for your perfect week. So the first thing is to get rid of any limiting beliefs. And quite often we might have, ideologies that we hold on to, like no one can do it like I can. Clients only want to deal with me. If I leave site, everything turns to custard. I just can't find good guys. This is only a 10 or a 12% town. So that's the first thing, is identifying what limiting beliefs are holding you back that won't get you to the next step. And the next step in that is you can't outgrow your skills and you can't out-leverage or out-level your identity. So as you progress up the builder's ladder, you need to gain more skills. As you go 0 to 1, 1 to 2.5, 2.5 to 5 mil, 5 to 10, and 10 plus, you need to gain skills. So you need to gain the skills of, firstly, how to execute on strategy, marketing, sales, pricing, team, systems, leadership, on-site and off-site, and understand the numbers that drive your business. And as you gain those skills, your identity needs to change from builder to business owner, and business owner to entrepreneur, and then entrepreneur to investor. So as you scale up, you need to really understand and learn, how do I go from doing things myself to being able to get things done through other people? So that's gaining management skills. That's how to install like PSR, like problem, solutions, recommendation. And if you just take one thing away from today and apply PSR, it'll make a massive difference. So when anyone comes to you with a problem, it might be the concrete truck's not going to be here today. Or it could be, hey, we can't get those fixtures, or that cladding isn't in stock. So instead of taking the monkey on your back, it's time to get it off your back and give it back to the person who brought it. So we want to empower our staff. So first, problem, define the problem clearly. What exactly is the problem? Next, what are the 3 solutions that they could do to solve this problem? And lastly, what's the one recommendation that they've chosen, and why is that the best one? So define the problem clearly, have them do it. 3 potential solutions, and then what's their one recommendation? And what we're really checking is, do they have the critical thinking and conceptual ability to be able to take the monkey off our back and solve the problem ourselves? And once they do that on a repeated basis, and you teach that, you build a culture of accountability, a culture of ownership, of people thinking like founders. And this is how you can have confidence to be able to get other team members to step up and take over activities. And as a wise man once said, 80% done by someone else is 100% awesome. So of course, we want to give them the guardrails, the guidelines, and shorten the feedback loop. And so it's trust, but verify, and inspect what you expect. So how do we shorten the feedback loop? Well, that's regular meetings. Data starts every meeting. So forecast versus actual labor hours, for an example. What percentage are we within the labor hours? And you might be trying to get to within 5%. So once you've gained those skills, the next thing is to shift your identity. So as you grow from builder to business owner, if you keep trying to, and typically that happens around the sort of the $1.5 to $3 million mark as you get off the tools and you build multiple teams. And at that stage, if you hang on to the builder's identity that no one can do it like me, clients only don't want to deal with me, I need to be on site, you build yourself a prison where you can't escape that, get that critical velocity that you need to, or that escape velocity like a rocket needs to take off and break through the atmosphere. You'll stay chained to that level because you won't be able to fit more time into the week to be able to work on the strategic things. So the key strategy is, how do you offload stuff off your plate, and what specific stuff should it be? So first thing, builder to businessman, entrepreneur. gain those skills, level up your identity. Next, 80-20. So not everything that you do during your week is of the same importance. Certain things that you do are going to have a big impact on the business, and other things that other people can do other than yourself will have very little impact. So whenever you're doing a task, is to ask yourself, is what I'm doing right now the best use of my time? Just because I can do it doesn't necessarily mean that I should do it. And so if you are shoulding, or you find yourself doing stuff that you don't want to do, you procrastinate on, it's below your hourly rate or your professional PBR, then you really need to look at what should I be working on. And an easy task to do this is to list everything that you do. So we have a tool called Project Freedom, or the Freedom Finder, and it lists everything that you're doing. You put an hourly rate beside it, and then there's 3 key areas to see, is this in my genius? Should I keep doing it? So number 1, does what I'm doing now make a big impact on the business? So is it pricing projects, building the team, systemizing the business, working on marketing? Number 2, do I love doing it? So if you don't love doing it, then let's find a way to get someone else to do it, or stop it, or delegate it. So either stop, automate, or delegate what you don't want to be doing. And so you should get off your plate stuff that's below your PBR. You procrastinate on it, you suck at it, you're not good at it, you could get someone else to do it. Next key step is to look at, in that 80-20, what am I going to focus on? And the Genius Zone, we're looking at 3 key things. Number 1, does this make a big impact? Number 2, do I love doing it? Does it invigorate me? So does it sap? It drains the energy out of you, or does it zap me? I'm invigorated and I feel great after I've done it. And then lastly, so does it make a big impact? Do I love doing it? Lastly, am I naturally great at it? So you might be good at doing something, but unless you are naturally great at it, then I guess, is it in your wheelhouse? Do you want to keep doing it? So those are the 3 key things. Is it in your genius zone? And then the next thing is the stop doing list. So we're going to stop, automate, or delegate stuff that's below your professional builder's rate, you procrastinate on, you suck at, or someone else can do it. So then we get into, how do we actually build out your week? So the first key thing is to build out the week from the middle out. So build out Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday first. And we want to take the recurring activities that you do that give you plenty of energy, so fitness, family, sport, and whatever else you do that charges your battery. So think of yourself as a business athlete. So for me, I'm up every morning about 5:30. I will walk the dog, or I'll do a bit of meditation first. Every morning I'll meditate for 10 minutes. Then I'll get clear on my to-do list for the day. And then I'll focus on the highest dollar value tasks first. And so I always have 2 hours in the morning blocked out first for me to do my deep work. And that's where I'm working on strategy. I'm reviewing numbers in the business, or I'm implementing systems for the team, or I'm deciding on strategy on who we're going to hire next to help people get a better result. Then we want to block your work. So if you're doing pricing and then you're switching to going to meet one of your prospects, you're going to do a sales visit, go to a site visit, and then you're switching back, you're coming into the office and you're going to do some admin. That's very difficult because your brain is switching from one mode to another, and a different style of learning, a different style of application. So what we want to do is batch what you're doing. Turn the phone off when you're doing deep work, turn off your notifications, and focus on drilling down into that work so that you can smash it out. And Brian Tracy has a great tool where he says, eat the frog first. And then the last key strategy that I'm going to leave you with is your business maturity date. So as you're growing your business, we figure out, what is your business maturity date? So what does the business look like when it's completed? So what's your ideal target revenue? What's your ideal target profit? How many days a week are you working? What role are you doing? And how much time do you take off during the year? So let's say you want to do $1 million net profit. we might work out that, let's say you had a gross margin of 20% and you had, let's say, fixed costs of 400K, then you would need to be doing 7 mil in order to generate that $1 million profit. So we reverse engineer what success looks like. And along the way, we're going to have a business maturity date for each position. So my last pricing will be in 90 days. So I will set a target. So my business maturity date for pricing, or my BMT, is going to be in 90 days. And then that's going to give us a clear target and a goal to look forward to when we don't have to do something that is draining, sucks our energy, or, just makes you want to slash your wrists. So how do you structure your week to get the most out of it? So let's recap. Key strategies to do. First, get rid of any limiting beliefs. So not everything relies on you. You need a team to help build the business, and get rid of anything like clients just want me. If I leave site, everything turns to custom. Next, let's work out the 80-20. So what are the biggest needle movers, the 20%, that if you only do those would make a massive difference in the business, because not everything is the same. Next, you need to gain skills as you grow, ranging from having a clear vision, strategic plan, pricing, how to control the numbers in your business, marketing to get the deal flow in, sales process to educate, nurture, and convert those leads, project management. And as you grow, you can't outgrow your identity. So we want to make sure that as you grow from builder to business owner, and then business owner to entrepreneur, you've first installed the systems for your team on site and helped install a culture of ownership and accountability. Next, as you go from businessman to entrepreneur, we need to build out your management team, and typically that will happen between 5 and 10 mil. We're focused on dialing in your project manager, your quantity surveyor, your marketer, and your salesperson, and your GM if you have one. So we build out each of those so they each have scorecards, stop doing lists, KPIs, structure their week, and we actually have structured weeks, so the ideal week for each of these roles. So lastly, if you want a structured week, just comment perfect week. We'll drop one below. And if you want one particularly for your operations manager, your quantity surveyor, your office manager, or for yourself as the owner, just comment that role. So comment perfect week, and we will drop you the perfect week so you can get structure, buy back your time, and build a business that gives you both more money and more time. True well. Right, that's it for today. Comment perfect week, and we'll hit you up for that. Cheers, team.